intervene here for a minute?
No, no, go ahead. But you know what I was saying here on that part? What do we do about a situation of being, like, say, you being state's attorney, where we know that it is actually corruption and extortion to give out political jobs and take 10% of their salary, which all the aldermen in Chicago are doing, and that can be proven.
I don't know of any that are doing it, but
Well,
if you have evidence, I would
yeah.
like to see it.
All right.
You know,
And how about any fraud? We can give you anything like that too that's going on.
you can give me anything you like, and I will take a look.
You
at
really
it.
will?
Oh, absolutely.
Did you ever read that book, Death of the Justice System?
Yes.
Linda, all that stuff that's there, the tapes being stolen out and everything like that, we've got the regular documents on that. Regular. So in other words, that's a lot of evidence right there. That's to blow open the federal court system.
I haven't been elected yet.
I know, but I'm just saying. But see, you know.
Gee, let me ask him a question.
Right.
Mr. Peraica, I followed your career of lifelong in Chicago and worked in D.C. for about 3 years back, 89, 90, 91. And I followed your career perfectly. I followed all the campaigns you run in elected office. I guess what I'd like to know is what distinguishes you for this office, the state's attorney, independently run as a Republican, but someone that is potentially untainted. And then as an officer of the court, we're speaking to you, or I'm speaking to you, to know if something were presented to you, that you wouldn't just give it the, okay, you know, I looked through it, my hands are tied. I mean, is there,
Just like no.
if there's something that you can do, integrity-wise, would you pursue something dealing with the U.S. Attorney or dealing with another level of government, or just to present information?
I would pursue any case where the facts are presented that would enable me as the next Cook County State's Attorney to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. That's a criminal standard.
That's what we're looking for, Gene. Somebody that would
Yeah.
at
It
least.
doesn't matter who it is. And if you followed my
That's it.
career as you said you did,
That's
then
why
you
we're
would
here.
know that.
That's why we're here. I haven't sat in an elected official's office in years. I used to work for the Republican State Senator Party. I'll send you an email on my background.
No, you're pretty good. You're the only politician I know that's worth a damn. Because at least you can look somebody in the eye and tell them this stuff.
Sure.
These other guys can't even look at you. I mean, Judge Duffy used to look at his shoes when I started telling him the law. He didn't know what he was doing. He had to rule this way, rule that way. He says, I can't rule about fraud no more. I don't want to rule about fraud. They were admitting, right, and that those things that, if you read the book, those things, we got the regular ones. They're admitting that they changed the dockets and everything. And they were doing to all kinds of people in that building. And can you believe?
Again, if the judges are going to fix murder cases for cash,
That's right. So they're going
14 of them were convicted of doing, then why would I be surprised about them changing a court order or doing anything?
yeah, no, I understand, but here's
Again, it's about being able to prove it.
Oh, yeah, well, of course.
And prove it beyond a reasonable
Well,
doubt.
100% we can prove it.
You need evidence.
Total evidence.
Witnesses, you need to
All
have
there.
a case that's provable.
Yeah, well, I already won.
I am not gonna debate your
Okay,
case.
so in other
If you
words-
won, then you can go ahead and collect.
But you can't because they won't let you get in the courtroom. Because if you get in that courtroom, listen what happens right now.
I don't wanna go into that debate.
No, but here's
I've gotta be downtown
Okay,
at
but wait,
6
wait,
o'clock.
look.
Let's present
The,
I want
judges
to
of the
listen to
FISA
your
court.
particular facts, because you said you had a lawyer.
No.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
You don't let me finish.
I did it myself. I proceeded. I didn't do
Well,
it.
then you can be your own
I
lawyer, and
really-
you can collect on whatever you
But they don't want to
collect.
let you in. Because once you get in and show what Daley did, it's over. See what
I don't accept that as a proposition.
Ask
I
these,
think
do you
that-
think?
I think that if you have the evidence that the state's attorney, or rather the Cook County, not the current state's attorney, they're not gonna do anything.
Right.
That the current U.S. attorney, who had no problem indicting Scooter Libby, who was chief of staff for the vice president, and Scooter Libby provided evidence, he probably would have indicted the vice president.
I hope so. They got Agnew one
Not
time.
hope so.
All right.
It would have been so.
All right.
The
Ask
point
these-
is that the line ends somewhere when people don't want to cooperate. Similarly, if Robert Sorich said under oath, the mayor told me to hire these 5,800 people and told me who to give these jobs to, it would have been a different story. But
Mhm.
Mr.
Oh, no,
Sorich
I
didn't
understand
say
that.
that. He took his punishment and went to jail.
Right. I
So
understand that.
you have to follow the evidence.
Well, see, we have the evidence. We have that they're
And
stealing
put it on the
tape.
table.
We have it on the table.
Put it on where? I don't
We've
see
had,
it.
we bring it on. They won't even give you the audio tapes. Now, Judge Duff said, I can't give you your audio tape of the trial, and which is already breaking the law, according to the Spoilage Act, because then everybody will be playing it on TV every night. Now, if there was nothing wrong, nobody would be playing it. Do you realize now that Mayor Daley has a Shackman decree, which this is why I was against Shackman. You could love him, you could like him, that's your business and my business too.
It's
But
not a love or not
no, I mean what he
about
did, or respect. Okay, but here's the difference then. You know what the Shackman was and consisted of? Because see, you're young and you never grew up with these guys. I grew up with them since I was 5. Here's what the Shackman was. If
Let's not go into.
no, wait.
I know what I read.
No,
the,
no, you're not.
I read the consent.
No, you're not. Let me tell you. I could say right now to you that you shot Abraham Lincoln, and you say, no, I didn't. You're fired for shooting Lincoln. And this is in the tape. This is in the transcripts. I've got them already. And he says, well, as long as it ain't political, you're still fired, man. That's your protection under the Shackman. And then Judge Duff comes out and asks Mr. X, who's working for the U.S. Attorney now, well, what protection does Mr. Zorich got? And you know what he says? He said, well, he's got the First Amendment. So the Shackman really meant nothing. And that's how they're fighting. If your boss was downtown in any department, didn't know you personally or how you voted, it didn't work. You were trying out in summary judgment. That's why nobody ever won. But when I got in there being my own attorney, I says, wait a minute here. Isn't this guy like a manager of a baseball machine? And it actually says in the papers, if you read the book, I widened Shackman. It's easy to say go get a lawyer and go there. We went to Washington, we called HALT. That was a thing that they had here. And Fred Foreman got me the first money, the first year's attorney.
For your information, in case you missed it,
Right.
the persons who filed a claim under the Shackman violation with Judge Julian Nowicki, former judge, who is the county administrator of the Shackman compliance decree, collected up to $3 million.
Was that for a class action? What was it for? Is it for firing?
Let me finish. Yeah, for political firing
All right.
and retaliation.
All right.
And in the city, they collected, I believe it was $12 million. Yes.
Are you talking about the
I'm
Noel
talking
Brennan?
about Noel Brennan.
No, it's a phony. He caught him right then and there.
Okay, well, you can believe whatever you like.
No,
I
wait,
know
he was
several-
there.
Noel Brennan.
Noel
says her
Brennan was a
hands are
phony.
tied.
Can I finish? Or-
That wasn't firing. That wasn't firing.
Franco Canati was fired.
He didn't get it for that. He got it for political difference. And Franco
That's
Canati
right.
didn't know what he's
His
talking
lawsuit is still
That-
pending.
Yeah, and he's not going nowhere. See,
How do you know everything?
because I'm the one that beat him. Mine is that they're not
So
Shackman.
you know everything about every case that's pending?
Let me tell you, there is no cases pending because let me.
Yes, there is a
Okay,
case
but
pending.
listen to me. Listen, you're
Sir,
talking.
I'm telling you, there's a case pending.
All right,
Frank was ruled against by the Human Resource Administrative
Right.
Judge.
right.
He went to administrative review.
Okay.
Was represented by your good friend Frank Avila, who, in front of Judge Martin, had his petition denied for administrative review, and who has now filed an appeal with the
Mhm.
appellate court.
Well,
So
there's
the
one
case-
thing about your
the
friend
course-
Avila before you make something else. Still,
The
yeah.
case is-
No,
no, I'm saying
no.
the case is
Here's where
pending.
you. Frank Avila had us up there, me and Mick Brady, who you're going on his show, and told him he wished he had my balls because Michael Shackman never did nothing for nobody. Frank Avila said straight out, wait a minute. And the point where Coconati got his money, let me tell you, this was a
You
trick.
mentioned Frank Avila, actually, right?
Yeah, no, we know the whole
Sorry.
score here. And Frank, you can tell Frank, because I was in Frank's office, because he knows he's got the book too. Not only that, Coconati now knew about the firing, but they gave him the money for a different story. They cannot give for firing, and that was a deal by the court, the Corporation Council. See, that was a settlement deal with the Corporation Council, not with Judge Noel Brennan, because they had to sign 2
No,
releases.
it's-
George will tell you that. They had to sign one to the Corporation Council and one to Noel Brennan. So all that was make sure that nobody gets over $100,000. And in my time, it was $80,000. If you go over $80,000, then it goes to the Finance Committee, and all the aldermen, everybody can look into it. If you keep everybody under $100,000, nobody can look at it. That's the point. And Frank Coconut did not get into firing because even McDonough is there going into court and do that, and he can't make a move on it.
The Judge Wayne Anderson.
That's right. See, that's the point. Wayne Anderson was phony right with these guys. That's all it is the Corporation Council trying to make settlements out of that $12 million.
I had the meeting
So
with
please,
the-
that's not,
I should mention concomitantly with what he just said, that the whole strategy is to make it very public and making the Finance Committee to deal with it, which would make it a very public matter.
see, it's,
All court procedures are public, and you have the
But it doesn't
court
really
file that shows all
register.
the filings. Anyone can attend any court hearing. It's a public hearing.
I went to jail for being in court.
yeah,
As a
see,
court watcher.
that's what he went to jail for.
I don't know the particular circumstances.
No, see, but when you talk about,
I'm really not familiar.
Fine.
But when you talk about respecting the people that are in on the know, that really been in there fighting, they know. I know Coconati, I worked with Coconati. I was fired when Coconati, around when he got fired after me. He knew I worked. He was on the can show with us.
I just want to mention for the record quickly that the significance of it going public is so that there can be follow-up that will portend other things. Like it would make Daley all the more vulnerable. It would reach a critical mass, and in time it would redound to the end of the Daley administration.